I just want to get something on my chest about how the economy is going right now. The economy is really going down in a wrong turn. You know, people are getting laid off left to right. You know, doing all these unnecessary things, focus on the thing that doesn't even matter. Not realizing the type of situation we're in right now. They introduced the Fed coin. They tried to introduce the Fed coin via FEDnow. By this point, wouldn't they think the word Fed have a negative connotation? I mean, when I hear the word Fed, I don't like that word, Fed. And to have a program, a money exchanging program, that's called FEDnow, that's not enticing. You know how people dislike the federal government right now? And to call your money exchange platform FEDnow? You know, the federal government have lost a lot of credibility over the time. And to release this thing called FEDnow, you would think that they would have some kind of common sense not to call it FEDnow or something like that. But this is the beginning of monetary slavery. I'll try my best not to use it at all. I do not want to use this FEDnow. I hardly use Venmo. I hardly use Cash App. I hardly use any of these stuff, man. And they try to introduce this thing called FEDnow. How much do you trust this? I wonder how many people are willing to transition to this. And how are they going to persuade people to get into the system? I wonder, like, they want that much control over people? They're going to introduce this thing called CBDC, whatever it is. Central bank digital currency. CBDC. Right? Which is really enslavement. They have the ability to expire when you don't use it. It tells you, it just basically prevents you from saving your money. Right? If that's the case, you might as well call it a coupon, because coupon expired, right? You could exchange stuff for goods with coupons. You don't have to say it's currency. Basically, this is what it is. It's coupons. They're giving you coupons in exchange for money, real currency. That's what it is. CBDC. Coupons. Get it while it lasts. Spend it before it expired. You know? I don't want this. I don't want this Fed coins. You know, if this is to implement, they say most likely the red state will introduce some kind of legislative to prevent this from happening, and the blue state will not follow suit. Will do the opposite thing, do the opposite what people want. Like California, they probably go along with this crap. When that happens, I'm out. I'm throwing the towel. I have no patience in California. It's just ridiculous how much control the government went over its people. It's not like they don't track us enough. They're tracking us right now. What we're doing, 24/7 surveillance. Now they have to track our money now? What happened to the pursuit of happiness? It don't make any sense, man. I mean, it does make sense. I know what their end goal is, to control people. That's their end goal. To control people. The sheeps. Take them to the slaughtering house. Skin them. And grind them up to feed to the other sheeps. You know? They're pushing all these ideas that's very unpopular. try to regulate cryptocurrency. I'm not for cryptocurrency. All right, I'm for Bitcoin. That's the only thing I'm exchanging. But anything else, it's all centralized. All right, same as the Fed coin, centralized, meaning that only one entity have control over it, and that's what they want. They want control over you. They want control your money, your spending habits, right? Get you into this 15-minute city, driving these cars, the smart cars that's only driving on permitted road, basically saying that, you know, in the future these roads are gonna have transponders. If the road don't have any transponders, that means the car won't drive on it, right? Say like you have your own private road, and private road don't have transponders, and you have a smart car, you want to drive on those private roads, you can't get onto uncharted land. That's what it is. These Teslas, you can't go off-roading. You know, you can't go off-roading with these smart car. So, and that's the ultimate symbol of freedom, when you can go anywhere you want with your car. Take away all the things that you enjoy and leave you with nothing. You can't even own land, right? The idea of obtaining land is becoming unobtainable now. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of Chase Manhattan, JP Morgan, right? Jamie Dimon, he's now advocating the government could just take private land and use it for building solar panels and fans, windmill fans, whatever it is, right? Via eminent domain. That's not even freedom anymore. The government, that's in private. What's the point of calling it private land if the government just take it? That's not private anymore. Eminent domain. And for those of you who's for eminent domain, think of it, the government come to your property and take it and force you to take whatever they offer. How would you feel? You know? Owning your own land, your own property, how do you feel when somebody take your stuff? How would you feel how does it feel when somebody rob you of your possessions? How would that feel at all? And the government is the biggest bully out there. Taking all your stuff, telling you what you can and can't buy, telling you what you can and can't eat, messing with your food, genetically modified all your food, put all these chemicals up there. You know what I don't understand? They want you to reduce CO2 emission, but yet again, we're allowed chemtrails to spray in the skies. What's the point? What's the point of reducing CO2 emission and complaining about global warming when you spray stuff in the sky? Isn't that defeating the purpose? You want to reduce CO2 emission, but you get allowed these planes spray all these chemicals, right? One day is a beautiful day. God gave us a beautiful day, and you ruin it by spraying lines of chemicals. Why don't any politician address this? If I meet a politician, this is one thing I'm going to ask them. Nobody ever asked them about this at all. If I meet a politician, I'm going to ask them, what are you going to do about these chemtrails in the sky? How are you going to prevent this from happening? How are you going to stop this? How is this chemtrail has zero CO2 emission? How are you promoting carbon neutral while you're spraying things in the sky? How is that possible? That's one of my main questions asking a politician. Whether it's the president, some senators, or whatever it is, right? How can they allow... They never address this. A politician never addressed chemtrails. Even though anybody's seen it. It's out there in the sky. It's like people don't acknowledge it. They've seen it, but they're not acknowledging it. Fluorides, which is toxic, and they're not addressing that as well. Why are you putting this? If you don't know what fluoride is, the thing to put in the water is basically a byproduct of aluminum product. The byproduct of aluminum product. But anyway, why are they putting this thing in water for, man? Since 1947, that's when this began to putting this thing in our water. People were not asking these questions. Whatever happened to East Palestine? Suddenly it's not in the news anymore? It's not in the cycle? When was the last time you heard anything about it? The egg shortage. What are they feeding to these eggs and to these chickens? What are they putting in these eggs? Bill Gates promoting synthetic meat, recombinant DNA. It just got approved by the FDA to sell these fake meat to you. Fake meat, fake intelligence, fake AI. That's all fake. Everything is fake. This simulation we're living in is fake. Everything is fake. Fake economy. Chemicals in the water. Can't even drink. Can't even fish in the ocean because of all these chemicals and microplastics. You eat a wild salmon, look under the microscope, you see microplastic everywhere. They want clean air, but yet again continue to pollute the sky with chemtrails. It's just ridiculous what we're going through right now. The type of stuff that this government is putting people through. Allowing these companies, putting all these chemicals in the food that mess around with your DNA, not your DNA, your psychology, mess with your brain. Now you're chemically imbalanced and feed you all these prescription drugs. Not realizing this food company was once owned by the prescription drug companies. Alright? Coca-Cola started out as a pharmacy. Pepsi-Cola started out from a pharmacy, a pharmacist. Now they own food now? Coca-Cola's started from a pharmacist? Now they own food product now? You see where, are you connecting the dots now? They all stem down from these practices. Pharmakia, witchcraft, witchery. It's all witchcraft they're doing right now on you. From the TV, from government, from DC, Rome on the Potomac, DC, the Washington Wizard, Washington Mystique. Research all these stuff, man. But things not looking good at all. They're poisoning you, make you inhale all these particles in the air, aluminum, all these stuff. Ridiculous, man. But, you know, just do your best to survive. No, be educated on what you're looking into. Drink a lot of filtered water. Don't drink municipal water. Don't believe them when they say the tap water is clean. Don't ever drink that because the tap water comes from rusty pipes. You're drinking all this stuff. Don't believe it. You can't. You ask for a tour at the water department. They say you cannot videotape it. You cannot videotape it. Like, what is there to hide? If you got nothing to hide, why you can't videotape a tour at the water department? You know, go ask them that. Go to the water department, your local water department. Ask them, can you take a tour of how are they treating the water? You know, it's just ridiculous what we're going through right now, man. They put us in misery, firing everybody, replacing everybody with automations, AI, and now they're coming out with AI that can repair other computers or other machines. They have a robot that can repair other robots. So there's no need for engineering no more. They have an AI that's capable of learning, right? So there's no need for coders anymore. They're replacing everybody. There's no need for coders. There's no need for engineers, right? These fake intelligence. That's what AI really is. Artificial. Artificial means fake. Artificial intelligence, Fake intelligence? Artificial meat? Fake meat? People need to wake up, man. People need to wake up. When are you tired of living a lie, living one big lie? They're pushing all these narratives, these agendas. You know, you can't trust anything anymore. They live, we sleep. These people don't care about you. The politicians don't care about you. They want to say they care about you, but they don't. They really don't. They go to the Ivory Mansion and sleep. They're not losing any sleep over you. They don't even live in the same district as you. You know? Don't get blinded by them. They want to say they help, but they're not. Why are they still homeless people? They're able to send billions of dollars to Ukraine, but they can't help the homeless people here? They can't build a little compound for them? You know? Does it have to take the power of the people to solve this problem ourselves? I think it has to take the power of the people to solve this problem themselves. Government can't solve this problem. You know? And the people that works with the government, they're clueless. They're just sheep. They're just another cog in the wheel, right? Now they're saying they can't fire people now. Now they can't fire government workers, but they could put a stall on hiring new government workers. So basically, if somebody retire, they're not hiring anybody else. That's what they're saying. The government is broke, financially and morally broke. They have a two-tiered justice system. You know, it's ridiculous what we're going through right now. There's no point in voting. Lost hope in voting. Like, what does that do anyway? It doesn't change anything. If it does, where's the change? People are still misery. People are still suffering. There's no help. It took them what? 2 weeks just to get some help to East Palestine? 2 weeks? Just to get some help? What's the point of FEMA if they're not doing their job? What's the point of all these bureaucrats? This bureau that's not even doing their job, what's the point? There's no need for them. If we could fix our own problem, why do we need them anyway? It's just dumb. People need to start to wake up. Wake up. Wake up, sheeple. Stop sleeping. They don't care about us. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. Wait until things hit the fan, then you start realizing. Wait until the purge happens. Wait until the food supply runs out. Wait until they push everybody to the meat grinder, all right, and start feeding everybody else Soylent Green. All right, try to feed you soy, raise your estrogen level, which is very dangerous. Start feeding you bugs, which is, they don't understand that a lot of people are allergic to bugs or shellfish. You know, bugs have the same shellfish. Bugs have the same protein as shellfish, which means that if you're allergic to shellfish or shrimp, you're allergic to bugs, and that might kill you. And they try to replace product ingredients with bugs. All right, they try to replace ingredient with bugs without letting you know it, under a different name. You know that red thing they put in Jello? I mean, not Jello. The red thing they put on yogurt, which they say is strawberry, but it's not strawberry. It's actually bugs. What if you get an allergic reaction eating that? You know? And it kills you. What? Then what? And they're not labeling it, they're not making a clear label. They double speak. That's what they do. Most of these politicians are lawyers, former lawyers, And what do lawyers do? They use two languages. They speak their own language. You know that? Lawyer talk, double definitions. That's how these lawyers talk. I mean, you say one thing to them, it means two things. Remember when remember when Bill Clinton said, it depends what the definition of is, which means that there's more than one definition the word is. People, wake up, man. Wake up. Wake up to the simulations. Alright. Anyway, I'm sure you guys have enough of me talking, but thank you for watching.